Jesus himself knows what does it mean to baptize with fire and spirit. But we can contemplate a little on this concept because John the Baptist, who used to baptize people with water, he told that among us stands somebody who baptizes with fire and spirit when John himself is baptizing with water. And we find that Jesus, disciple of Jesus Christ, who were with Jesus Christ, they also baptized people, but they also baptized with water, not with fire and spirit. So what is this concept of fire and spirit? What can we contemplate on it and what can we understand? One occasion we find that to one lady to whom Jesus Christ is revealing the secret of the eternal spring, and it was related to the water. And Jesus Christ, they are told after that God is spirit, and only by the power of God's spirit we can worship God as God really is. So here the concept of a spirit comes to us. And also Jesus says to Nicodemus that unless we are reborn into a spirit, we cannot enter into the kingdom. So this rebirth is what Jesus Christ can lead us to attain. One contemplation we can do on our own point of view, like what is the concept of life for us? When we see on any planet and we are searching for a planet, scientists are doing it, then they look for any planet where there is water. And any planet where there is water, they become even hint of the water, they become excited with the feeling that there must be life there. And without water, we cannot conceive the concept of life. And there are so many planets and also stars that we see in the sky with even eyes without need of any telescope. They all are like the sun, embodiment of fire, and we cannot imagine life there. In fire, we cannot imagine the life. We can only imagine life where there is water. This is the human level. Human being can go up to this level of life where there is water. So maybe, not certainly, human baptizes with water, and water has many meaning, many deep meaning also. And Jesus can see life even in the fire. And so many places in the space that we see that is invisible, and we cannot conceive life there, but Jesus can conceive the life in invisible looking spirit also. So this can give us some kind of contemplation, the meditation, some parable by which we can see the capacity of Jesus Christ, that he can baptize, he does baptize us into spirit and into the fire. And fire, every feeling, every temptation that we feel is form of fire. It is burning us. And about fire, Jesus Christ himself has said that he is the vine and we are the branches. And when the branches is cut away from the vine or the root, then it is of no use, it dries out, and such branches are kept into the fire, and they are burnt into ashes by the God. But we are like the gold. When we are into the fire, it cleans us, it purifies us, and all the dirt goes away from us. And Jesus has always said that how our sadness transforms into gladness, that even if we are facing some suffering that is in a form of fire, that in ordinary case is going to burn us, to make us into nothing, but with Jesus it is going to transform into gladness. So it can also be a contemplation on the baptism of Jesus Christ with fire and spirit. And the spirit, the highest, is the God himself, because Jesus says God is a spirit, and Jesus explained the concept of a spirit as that a person who is reborn into a spirit, and that person is beyond this human relationship, etc. They become like angel. And beyond all, some more contemplation could be like this, that Thomas asked to Jesus Christ that, Lord, we do not know where you are going, so how can we know the way to get there? And then Jesus explains that He is the way, the truth, and the life, and no one goes to the Father except by Jesus Himself. So Jesus is the way to reach to that spirit that God is, and the fire that is going to purify us, that is going to remove all the dirt, the fire that in ordinary case is going to burn us. But when we are rooted into the tree, we are not dried out and we are not kept into the fire. So in this way, baptism leads us to next level, and Jesus Christ has explained how He is in the Father and Father is in Him, that the person who has seen Father has seen Jesus. By seeing Jesus, they have seen the Father, because nobody has seen the God in really. And Jesus Christ has said that, believe me when I say that I'm in the Father and Father is in me. If not believe because of the things I do, I'm telling you the truth. Those who believe in me will do what I do. Yes, they will do even greater things, because I'm going to the Father. And Jesus Christ is leading us into higher and higher level. Here Jesus Christ is saying that you will do what I am doing. And then Jesus Christ is saying further, I'm telling you the truth. Those who believe in me will do what I do. And then He says, yes, they will do even greater things. What could be greater things than what Jesus Himself is doing? So it is like baptism or something that He opens us the door that is the greater than the greatness that we can conceive with our human mind. And Jesus says that, and I will do whatever you ask for in my name, so that the Father's glory will be shown through the Son. If you ask me for anything in my name, I will do. So we don't know exactly what does it mean to get baptized by Spirit and fire, but we can contemplate on the concept of a Spirit, because unless we are reborn into Spirit, we cannot enter into the kingdom. And embodiment of a Spirit are the little kids who are free from all kind of ego. They are humble, they are sweet, they are kind, they are pure, they are meek. And these are some signs, some vibes, some touch of the Spirit for us. And Jesus explained that the Spirit is the helper. So the nature of helping is also the Spirit. And love. Jesus, the command of Jesus is love, and living a pure life as He is living. And the fire has a nature to give us light and heat. And when we are near fire, then we get heat and light. And heat is like we assimilate the nature of fire in us. So when we are with Christ, we assimilate His nature, His way of living, His way of loving, His ways of sacrifice. And also from the fire comes the light. And light is like bearing more fruit, that we bear more fruit. And Jesus said, when we are His disciple, we bear more fruit. So these are some contemplation. And above all, the greatest of all the contemplation is this, when Jesus explained to that woman that God is the Spirit, and only by God's Spirit we can worship God as God really is. And to Nicodemus, Jesus said that unless we are reborn into Spirit, we cannot enter into the kingdom. So these something that simply, I'm the way, the truth, and the life, and no one goes to the Father except by me. The way we go to the Father, it could be something like getting baptized by Jesus into the fire and the Spirit. Some contemplation, some meditation, some prayer with these concepts. Or rest, Jesus Himself knows what Jesus wants and Jesus is. And I'm not going to suggest anything, as if Peter and others couldn't suggest anything to Jesus. Who are we? And God says that He is my Son, listen to Him. So we surrender ourselves to the Lord in prayers, in love, and He knows best how He is going to lead us into the baptism of His Spirit and the fire. We are here for love because it is His command, love one another. So it is a grace for me that you are here. Your presence is a presence of love because the name of God has attracted you, and what attracts us is what we love. So you are in love with God, and you are a blessed soul, a blessed person. I will sanctified by your presence. May God bless you. Thank you so much for being here. And when we come together in the name of Christ, divinity is there, and when Christ Himself is with us, then He Himself can lead us to this baptism. And when we are eager, we can just contemplate. Rest is in the hand of Christ Himself. Thank you so much for listening to these words with so much of love. May God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.